A 12-year-old is taken out of class for racism. Yeah. What did he do? Oh, man. You're not going to believe it, but we're going to cover that today here on Speechless. Cut for time. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Speechless Cut for Time, where I cover quick news stories that I couldn't get on my radio show. I want to address an elephant, or I should say a tomato in the room real quick. Yes, I did get sunburnt today, but trust me, it looks a lot worse on camera than it feels. I'm so happy to be talking with you guys, and I hope that we can put that aside. Don't forget to like this video, comment what you think, subscribe to the channel. Please do. Working and making a following here so we can get this news out to other people. Subscribe and share it with your friends. Really appreciate it. But let's get right on into it. Oftentimes I say free speech is under attack in this country, and liberals scoff and say, Kev, you're being dramatic, man. You're just being dramatic. Your speech isn't under attack. And then I often say as well that our schools pervert history to represent a false narrative to portray America as an inherently racist nation. Lefties gaslight and say, no. We're trying to be honest about history, not revisionist and racist like you, Kevin. You bad man. That's what they always tell me. And it's gaslighting. It's gaslighting me. Well, everybody, many times on this show before, I've provided evidence to show my naysayers that they're wrong several times. But I have one example today that covers both of those and proves them wrong. So meet Jaden. Jaden is a 12-year-old boy from Colorado in school, just like any other 12-year-old boy should be. Gets a pretty good education, gets good grades from what I hear as well. And he's being persecuted for having a patch on his backpack. Jaden first went to school last week with his backpack displaying patches, but the one causing controversy is this one, which you might have seen it. It's called the Gadsden Flag. Right there. Have it right on screen. That's the flag right there that is causing all this controversy. He got taken out of class for this flag. He's being called a racist because of this flag. It's also known as the Don't Tread on Me flag. The left-wing media will also point out to you that Jaden had other patches on his backpack, some of which, or at least one of which, depicted some kind of alcohol or promoted alcohol in some way, which, oh man, awful. Yeah, okay, maybe you shouldn't have it in an elementary school promoting alcohol, or a middle school, wherever he is, promoting alcohol. But why is that what we're focusing on when this patch right here is what the administration wants to focus on? Now, what did they do? His school administrators consulted with Harrison School District 2 administrators who directed the charter school to inform the students' parents that the patches were not permitted under its policy, the email says. But on Monday, the student returned to school with the patches still on. Oh, the administration couldn't handle this, everybody. So this prompted administrators to pull him from class and have a meeting with him and his parents. Fortunately, some of that meeting was caught on tape, and we're going to react to it right here. And you're not going to believe what the administrators say. Not only is it blatantly false, it's just insane. Let's take a look.
Oh, thank you. Do they know what the Gadsden flag is? That it's a historical flag?
So they're, the reason that they do not want the flag, the reason we do not want the flag displayed is due to its origins with slavery and...
I love the mom. She's like, due to the Revolutionary War, as the administrator's going, slavery? Ooh, what are the roots in slavery? Let's hear what this administrator has to say a little bit more.
Slave trade.
The slave trade?
That is what was, as the reasoning behind them not wanting to slave.
The Gadsden flag.
The Don't Tread on Me.
Don't tread on me. She's not even like really realizing what it's called.
Which is the Gadsden flag. Okay, so
So the mom gets into it, but I want to be clear real quick about the actual history of this flag as we go more into this meeting, because it's the video's kind of long, about 3 minutes, and so we're going to get more into that. But real quick, the administrator's an idiot. You're a moron, because you're calling this kid and you're getting him in trouble, asking him to take off this patch, and you believe that this flag has origins in the slave trade. Do your homework, please, administrator. Do your flippin' homework, because the Gadsden flag is a historical flag, but had nothing to do with the slave trade. It was originally used by Commodore Isaac Hopkins, who was the United States' first naval commander-in-chief, as his personal ensign during the American Revolution from 1775 to 1783. The flag features, obviously, as I've shown, and I'll bring it back on screen, a coiled rattlesnake above the words, "Don't tread on me," with a yellow background. Now, where are the origins? Let's see. Do the origins of even this design have to do with the slave trade? Do they? No, actually, the rattlesnake symbol originated from the 1754 political cartoon Join or Die, which was published by Benjamin Franklin. You know, the dude that made huge discoveries regarding electricity, as well as was one of our founding fathers, is on the $100 bill. It was in his Pennsylvania Gazette. The cartoon, which depicted the colonies, as you can see, divided as segments of the cut-up snake, exhorted the colonists to unite in the face of the French and Indian War from 1754 to 1763. So that's really where this comes from. So no administrator that did not do her homework, even though she expects kids to do their homework in school. This does not have a racist or slave trade-based origin. This flag is about, why does it say "Don't tread on me"? Because you see it says don't tread on me there too. Ironically, it's actually calling out crap like what you're doing right now. An overbearing government that's trying to tell people what they can and can't do in a business that is none of theirs. So let's keep going with this for a second. Let's keep going with the reaction to this video and just the balls on this mom that has that is standing up to the administrator. Let's keep going. Also, just the smirk. Look at the kid. Keep an eye on the kid. The smirk on his face, he is just like, this is crap. Like, he knows that what they're doing is crap.
What's going to happen if he doesn't take it off?
He is able to go. I was actually just telling him, like, I was upset that he was missing so much school. I'm like, so I asked if can he just take his stuff out of his bag and go back to class? Like, I just want him to go back to class. The bag can't go back. It's got a patch on it because we can't have that in and around other kids. So that's what I was trying to do.
We can't have that in there around other kids. A Revolutionary War flag. I wonder if they have a pride flag in this classroom, because they'll put pride flags everywhere. In fact, there was a California teacher who called the school homophobic for asking her to move her pride flag out of a prominent area. So they'll have a pride flag everywhere, but "Don't tread on me," the coiled snake saying "Don't come after my rights." That's the problem in these schools. That's what they can't have around other kids. Oh, but telling your kids that they can cut off parts of their body, that's fine, everybody. That's perfectly fine. Sexualizing children in schools, that's fine. But "Don't tread on me," that's the problem.
We were close. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was displayed when they were fighting the British. Like that's the revolution. Maybe you're thinking of like the Confederate flag.
Okay, I am
Is there
just
history
here
teacher
to
that
enforce.
you tell them?
No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district, and definitely you have every.
I'm just doing my job. So the mom says you're wrong. The homework that you didn't do shows. What are we debating here? And she just goes quickly, because she realized that she was wrong, that she was proven wrong. She goes, "I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing what I'm told. It's not my fault. I'm just doing what I'm told." Okay, cool. There's other people that were just doing what they're told. Look at the Nuremberg trials. See what happened there. Just saying.
Right to not agree with it.
Because the ACLU says that he's allowed to wear that. If you go on their website, it's says in big letters.
All I'm saying is that
unless there's a ban on patches, period. Like if you said there's no patches allowed at the school, you cannot display what you think or anything like that, or what cheer or anything like that. I think it's one-sided, because you allow some patches but not other patches.
Kids have patches like other names and the American flag and backpacks.
Yeah, that was flown during the revolution with. I just don't understand that at all.
So what I can do is.
And
have you
if you
speak
go onto
to
the
our-
ACLU's website, site, yeah, let's talk to
I
someone,
can,
because
I
I
can
don't
have
want a
you
lawsuit,
speak
I really
to,
don't.
I can have you speak.
I really don't want a lawsuit, but she's willing, and God bless that mom for that. Seriously.
to Jeff Yoakum
Okay.
again. And then he can refer you to our person at the district.
Okay.
Because like I said, we're following district policy is what we're doing. So the last thing I want is him out of class.
Yeah, I
Like,
know,
that's
me
all,
too.
like,
He
the last
takes
thing I
his
want.
classes seriously, he
Yes.
studies, he wants to get straight A's, he did that. He made honor roll when he was here before. He intends to do that again right now, but it's hard because he keeps missing class for this. So,
I understand that.
yeah, and I mean, we teach him to always stick up for your beliefs, and I mean, you're going over the revolution for 7th grade. I mean, the founding fathers stood up for what they believed in against unjust laws. This is unjust.
Okay, like I said, we're upholding a policy that was provided to us, which we have to uphold.
Okay, can you show me where the policy?
So then she goes, can you show me where the policy is? And the video cuts off abruptly. But thank God for that mom. God bless that kid, because he's going through it and he was just smiling. He was like, look, other kids got patches. What the heck is going on here? Update from that just yesterday, the Vanguard school where this kid attends sent out an email saying last week a student came to school with patches affixed to his backpack with half a dozen patches depicting guns and weapons and one referencing alcohol. Upon review by the district, they pointed out that in addition to these patches, the Don't Tread on Me flag patch, also known as the Gadsden Flag, needed to be removed in accordance with Harrison School District 2's policy. Vanguard administration consulted with district administrators who directed the school to inform the students' parents that the patch was not allowed at district schools. Yesterday, the student returned with the patch still visible on his backpack. Following the district's directions, Vanguard administrators pulled the student aside so that they could speak with the parents in the district. Upon learning of the events today, the Vanguard School Board of Directors called an emergency meeting. From Vanguard's founding, we have proudly supported our Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the ordered liberty that all Americans have enjoyed for over 250 years. The Vanguard School recognizes the historical significance of the Gadsden Flag and its place in history. This incident is an occasion for us to reaffirm our deep commitment to a classical education in support of these American principles. At this time, the Vanguard School Board and district have informed the student's family that they may attend school with the Gadsden Flag patch visible on his backpack. Okay, good on them for eventually coming out and saying that. No apology really in there for anyone, which is unfortunate. So good on them for at least allowing it after the fact. But here's the thing. The student should have never had to go through this, period. Period. Almost all speech is in some way protected in schools as long as it pertains to having patches on a backpack. That is protected in schools. You want to know how I know? A Supreme Court case has already ruled on how a school can regulate speech back in 1969. And I'm sure there will still be more. There has been some since. But this is my favorite Supreme Court case, is a landmark decision called Tinker v. Des Moines, which made this Colorado school district's actions unconstitutional. Out of Oye, in December 1965, a group of students in Des Moines held a meeting in the home of 16-year-old Christopher Eckhart to plan a public showing of their support for a truce in the Vietnam War. They were anti-war protesters. They decided to wear black armbands throughout the holiday season and to fast on December 16th and New Year's Eve. The principals of the Des Moines school learned, and they learned of the plan and met on December 14th to create a policy that stated that any student wearing an armband would be asked to remove it, with refusal to do so resulting in suspension. In December 16th, Mary Beth Tinker and Christopher Eckhart wore their armbands to school and were sent home. The following day, John Tinker did the same, and with the same result. The students did not return to school until after New Year's Day, the planned end of the protest. Through their parents, the students sued the school district for violating the students' rights of expression and sought an injunction to prevent the school district from disciplining the students. The district court dismissed the case and held that the school district's actions were reasonable to uphold the school's discipline. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Eighth Circuit affirmed the decision without opinion. In this decision, the Supreme Court held that the students did not lose their First Amendment rights to freedom of speech just because they stepped onto school property. In order to justify the suppression of speech, the school's officials must be able to prove that the conduct in question would materially and substantially interfere with the operation of the school. None of those patches would do so. In this case, the school district's actions evidently stemmed from a fear of possible disruption rather than any actual interference. That's the case of Tinker v. Des Moines. This is just like Jaden's story, everybody. He had a patch on his backpack, a few patches. Some depicted guns, being pro-gun, pro-Second Amendment. Nothing wrong with that either. The thing is that neither Tinker nor in Jaden's case was it an issue about potential disruption or interference. Now, that's what the Supreme Court said you had to prove to suppress some level of speech, genuine interference with the function of school. But that was not what the issue was ever about. That's not why Tinker got sent home. That's not why Jaden got thrown through the ringer. No. It's because it was about the message the students were sending, going against a message that administration or a teacher agreed with. This is why I say schools are indoctrination factories. Now, it's not every school, it's not every teacher, it's not every administrator, but this is nothing new. When someone has a position of legitimate power, they can and often will use that power to push their own agenda, like silencing you, silencing me, or silencing a 12-year-old boy. Their expectation, however, is that we sit down, shut up, and do whatever they say, out of fear that their power will rain down on us. Respect their authority. But they only have authority if we give it to them. When we stand up, fight back, resist, the narrative is disrupted, and oftentimes their glass castle of perceived power, it comes tumbling down because you threw a rock at it. Take that power away from them. If they don't deserve it, if they've shown that they are not responsible with it, you have the power to take it away from them. So great job, Jaden. God bless his parents for coming and supporting him as well. And God bless people that stand up. Don't sit down and take it. We don't have to. Free speech is under attack in this nation, but we can win against that. America is not a racist nation. The Gadsden flag is not a racist flag. The Gadsden flag was made to fight back against instances such as this. So fight back, everybody. That's all I got for this edition, but thank you guys so much for coming in, watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that great stuff. I really appreciate it. And gosh, I guess the red on my face, the sunburn, is perfect because I am fired up, everybody. God bless you. God bless America. And thank you for watching Speechless. Cut for time.